Finial Kits. The American flag is one of the most significant symbols in military culture. More than a symbol of freedom and liberty, a rising flag is a marker of territory, a proclamation of victory, and a symbol of resistance. Thus, it is not surprising that the red, white, and blue symbol and the metal pole on which it stands are the subjects of military lore. According to folklore, in order to protect the flag from falling into enemy hands, should the world spiral into war, either the last remaining soldier or a courageous volunteer must destroy the Old Glory and provide her with a proper burial. According to many believers, the items to complete the task are already hidden near the flag. First, the soldier has to scale the flagpole and reach the golden sphere on top, called the finial ball or the truck. A razor blade, a match, and a bullet can be found inside the golden ball. The soldier must then use the edge to cut the stars and stripes off the flag and burn the remains to the ground with the match. Finally, the bullet must be deployed to defend yourself against the enemy or take one's own life, depending on the circumstances. Several other versions also claim that the truck contains a set of instructions, a pistol, food provisions, or even a single penny, so America will never truly be insolvent. However, even though this knowledge is considered a sentimental bit of lore, it is also wildly impractical. First, if a base is being attacked, the military has much bigger problems than the flag, and the station's top commander will most likely need all available manpower to counterattack, as the military code of conduct orders all soldiers to resist the enemy as long as possible. According to journalist David Mickelson, while the flag is of significant importance, actually defending the bases has far more direct significance, and tanks, ships, and classified documents are far more critical. As stated in his article, Final Duty, quote, "It's hard to imagine any right-minded soldiers taking time away from his duty of repelling invaders to engage in ritualistic flag destruction." Finally, only the fittest and healthiest service members would be able to actually climb the metal flagpole, which can reach heights of 75 feet. Still, hundreds of military members have spread this piece of lore, and the sentimental tale is still believed by many. Was Mr. Rogers a sniper in the Vietnam War? One of the wildest and most famous myths of the Vietnam War involves one of the most beloved children's TV personalities. According to rumors, before he became a TV legend adored by children all over the country, Fred Rogers was a legendary sniper that scoured the Vietnamese jungle looking for enemy soldiers. It's said that after returning from service, Fred McFeely Rogers adopted his signature sweaters to cover his full sleeve of tattoos that told the story of his time in the war. However, everything about this story is entirely untrue. First, Rogers was born in 1928, which means that by the time the first American troops arrived in Vietnam on March 8, 1965, Fred was 37 years old. According to official demographics, the average age of a sniper is between 20 and 30 years old, rendering Fred too old to enlist, train, and participate. Still, the myth was so persistent that the United States Navy SEALs had to publicly deny the urban legend. According to the statement, quote, "While there are rumors that Mr. Rogers, the host of internationally acclaimed TV show for children Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, served as a Navy SEAL or Marine Scout sniper during the Vietnam era with a large number of confirmed kills, we have to state it is false. Mr. Rogers never served in the military." According to Trevor J. Blank, folklore expert and assistant professor of communication at the State University of New York in Potsdam, what makes Mr. Rogers such a perfect target for urban legends is that the sniper persona wildly contrasts with his clean-cut public image. The enduring appearance of this story about a celebrity known for his kindness and bright-colored cardigans once being a vicious sniper, and its stark contrast from the truth, says a lot about how fake stories can easily go viral. The Army's best-kept secret. It's often said around Army circles that said branch is the U.S. military arm with the most aircraft and vessels. This rumor is even repeated by other services, but actual data has proven it untrue. According to the aviation plan from the Department of Defense, the Army has 5,117 aircraft, ranging from rotary wing to support fixed-wing planes. Although this number is surprisingly high, the Air Force still wins, with 5,369 aircraft as of the latest data. Sometimes, the myth surrounding the Navy's aircraft states that the naval branch has the most planes. However, this is also untrue. Counting the Marine Corps and Naval Aviation's planes and helicopters, the Navy comes in third place with an air fleet of 3,847 items. As for watercraft, although the Army did have the largest seagoing fleet during World War II, the branch now has 118 craft in total. On the other hand, the mighty Navy has approximately 490 ships in both active service and the reserve fleet, according to the Naval Vessel Register. The Air Force's only active watercraft are the Rising Star tugboat, which assists cargo vessel supply in northern Greenland, and the 82nd Aerial Target Squadron. In the end, although the United States Army does have more aircraft than the Navy, most of which are helicopters, and a moderately large fleet of active watercraft, the branch does not have more aircraft than the Air Force, nor more vessels than the Navy. Is the military killing your libido? There's an old rumor that dates back several decades, claiming that military services sneak saltpeter, the mineral form of potassium nitrate, into the food of soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines in basic training, in order to keep new recruits from feeling carnal urges during this process. The legend has persisted for as long as saltpeter was used to make gunpowder, beginning during the Navy's colonial days and carried well into the 20th and 21st centuries. Back then, there was a belief that consuming saltpeter would drive down carnal appetite, and that this effect would be beneficial to all military personnel when their partners were serving across the world. Still, no matter how many times this myth has been debunked, it always finds its way back into American military lore. There are no additional levels of saltpeter hidden in Army meals. Besides, there's no proof that potassium nitrate actually has any effect on the libido, and the chemical has been banned by the FDA going back to 1999. The truth is that basic military training is incredibly stressful, and it's only natural that troops working hard days and nights don't feel these natural urges as much as they would have back at home. In an official statement, a military spokesman asserted that this effect extends all the way to the top ranks, and there's no way sexual appetite suppressants are added to any meals served to the newest troops. Quote, "The rigors of basic training alone are sufficient to keep the urges at abeyance. Keep in mind that it's not just recruits that dine in our recruit messing facilities, but all authorized patrons. Though the rumor persists in some imaginations, it has never been true." The military's vehicles have self-destruct buttons. One of the most common myths surrounding military aircraft, vessels, and land vehicles is that they all carry some sort of self-destruct mechanism inside them, ready to blow the transport to smithereens in case of an invasion or attack. This rumor, however, has spread chiefly due to Hollywood's common trope in hundreds of military and science fiction films and TV series. Although some military vehicles do have self-destruct buttons, the United States military typically guarantees their vehicle's safety in other ways. One example is that the destruction of a Navy ship is purely manual. There's a team of sailors within the crew that is designated to salvage and destroy equipment and materials depending on the situation, from an imminent sinking to boarding by unfriendly forces. This squad has fire axes, torches, sledgehammers, and many more destructive weapons at their disposal. Placing a self-destruct button anywhere in the ship that can be pushed by accident would only be a disaster waiting to happen, and as is often said in the Navy, nothing is sailor-proof. On the other hand, the Air Force can strike down planes or damaged vehicles with simple ammunition. Any infrastructure on a military base that might need to be destroyed can be finished with incendiary grenades that would burn the post to the ground as quickly as a built-in self-destruct mechanism would. As for modern computers with inside intelligence, bases can be reset to get rid of sensitive documents and information. Despite vehicles not having a self-destruct button per se, other military inventions such as weapons and unmanned vehicles do have remote mechanisms ready to blow them up at any given moment. Still, as future wars get more challenging to fight, with plenty of wild inventions coming out of the world's most powerful nations, it wouldn't be surprising if the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency is secretly in the process of creating a self-destruct button for the military vehicles of the future. Thank you for watching our Dark 5 video. Please let us know your thoughts about all these urban legends in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to all our Dark Documentaries channels for more exciting content.